Hey everyone, I'm Matthew, Foster's Garage. We're going to talk about our door plates here for early C2 Corvettes and late C2 Corvettes. We designed the door plates on a 67 C2 that we had in the shop, and it had an aftermarket door panel. And you can see the plate we came up with does not have a notch in it. We had to come up with a second design for early cars and stock door panels. And I'm going to zoom in here and show you the difference between the two and how it fits on this early car. All right, so what you get in the package is two plates, and they should be exact opposites of each other, and that's going to be for driver and passenger. So obviously you can see here for our driver plates, 67 and aftermarket door panels, you can fit this wide plate on that doesn't have the notch on it. And then we've made one with a notch here that'll fit around this door panel. So you can see here this door panel is actually coming past where the fiberglass is in here on the window channel. And the stainless trim on the door tops on the stock door panels in earlier cars runs a little bit longer. And so if you try to put our first design on and you try to line it up with the outside of the door and the stainless trim there, it just overlaps that door panel by a lot. So we came up with this notch here, and all of these door panels, we've tried it on a couple different cars now. They're all different lengths here, and so we had to make the notch kind of bigger than we wanted to, but that way we know it'll fit no matter what, and it'll cover up your scratches. So I've got some double-sided tape here. I've already cleaned this door, so I'm just going to go ahead and put this one on so you guys can see how I line it up. Just peel the back of the tape off. I usually use some brake clean or some other type of, pretty strong solvent cleaner to make sure this is super clean so this adhesive will stick. What I like to do is I'm going to line this edge up with the back of the door there, and I'm going to line this front edge up with the stainless trim there. It just kind of helps it look cohesive. You're just going to hold it on there for a little while. Make sure it settles in. And then that ain't going to go anywhere. And touch that up, but bring this in so you can see. You're going to have some door still left over. We didn't want to have to notch around all these stainless trims and everything. But this will give you a nice edge for that convertible top to slide up onto and rub on that stainless instead of the fiberglass door top there. So I'm just going to go ahead and show you the passenger side installation here and give you a better view at this. So obviously this is not the right side here, but you can see the width of our piece here is just well into the door panel. So you just need to look at your car and see what your door panels look like before you make a call here. But I've got the tape peeled off, and I'm just going to line this up with the back of the door and the trim there. And there's nothing symmetrical about these cars. These are going to look totally different from driver's side to passenger side. We've got a pretty gnarly gap there from this trim piece to this, and the gap on the door panel is pretty large. But in my mind, I think it looks best if you're lined up with the edge of the door and you're lined up with the direction of the trim there. And that way, we don't have the solid plate that you have to hand file to fit. They're just going to fit all of them, and it just lines up with the edge of the door there. And best of both worlds. Should cover it. Let me know if you have any questions on install or fitment issues, and we'll get you covered.